are watching the Fantasy Football Show live Friday night start bench show, where we're breaking down all of the start bench advice you might have on your mind walking into week 9. Trade advice, waiver wire, you name it. We're breaking it down. We're doing it live. We're going to punch the intro, get to the news, get to the voicemails. Let's go.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty.
Take a lap.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Smitty. You are watching the Fantasy Football Show, and we're doing it live. We're breaking down all your week 9 start bench advice, trade advice, you name it. We're going to break it down, taking your super chats, taking your voice messages. We'll do all of that over the next hour or two. We never really have a set amount of time. Sometimes we go an hour and 10 minutes. Sometimes we go 3 hours. It just kind of depends on what's going on. Depends on how hopping it is in here. We've had 900 people in our live streams before on Fridays and Saturday nights. Then we have 250. Depends on what's going on. So we'll be breaking it down, doing it live, going over the news. And let me get that on screen right now, and we'll get it going. Actually, I have everything ticking up at the top. So let me restart the ticker. We'll go over everything one at a time. So at the top of the screen, we will be breaking down the news as we go. We will be talking first about Devonta Parker. Make sure if you picked him up, you're not expecting him to play because he has been placed on IR, and Devonta Parker will not be playing this week 9 outing for you. So get him out of your lineups. If for any reason you thought, oh, I get Devonta Parker, I'm picking him up to start him. Calvin Ridley, same thing, personal. If you've been living under a rock, Calvin Ridley's been placed on IR for personal. Be out at least 3 games, but he may not even return this year. Noah Fant, illness on the C list. Expected to be out week 9. Sterling Shepard, quad, expected to be out week 9. Those are all some of the more recent players that we've been wondering about, heading into week 9. All of those guys are out, or very likely out. Very questionable for week 9. Kyler Murray with the ankle. More likely to play than D-Hop as of right now. D. Hopkins with the hamstring. Very, very, very doubtful for this week 9 battle against the 49ers. Hopefully Kyler can make it. Debo is also very questionable with that calf injury. James Robinson, I've heard mixed reports on him being likely to play, not likely to play. As of right now, James Robinson, heel, could miss week 9. Likely to play, but on the injury report. George Kittle, calf. Very likely to play at this point. If Debo's out, you'll see a lot more of George Kittle. Eli Mitchell with the ribs is questionable, but a lot of people do expect him to play, assuming no setback happens. Robert Woods with the foot expected to play. Maury Cooper, hamstring, expected to play. Dak Prescott not even listed on the injury report with the calf. Julio Jones expected to play with the hamstring. Kadarius Toney, thumb, is looking like a go. And CeeDee Lamb, very questionable for week number 9. If I didn't put him up there or if I just missed it. CeeDee Lamb is also, let me just make sure that's on here. CeeDee Lamb questionable for week number 9. Did I have CeeDee Lamb? I don't think I did have CeeDee Lamb. Shame on me. CeeDee Lamb. What do we do with CeeDee Lamb, Smitty? I get it constantly. So many of you just don't know what to do with CeeDee Lamb. I get it. 1 week. He'll be fine. CeeDee Lamb, questionable for week number 9. I think I didn't have that on there, but now I got it on there. So that'll tick across the top if you missed anything. Tony for Gibson. I'd probably rather have Gibson on the off chance he bounces back. And, of course, Gibson out this week, but talking long-term for the rest of the year, I would rather have Gibson. Mark Cleveland says, thoughts on Devonta Smith rest of season. I like Devonta Smith, but I don't know that we're going to get all that we want to get out of him. A lot of it has to do with freaking Philadelphia and how they don't get the most out of their players, how they don't trust in their quarterback. It's tough, man. I don't think we can expect too much as a rookie, but I do like him for the future. I'm not giving up on him. Keep in mind how quickly everybody gave up on Jamar Chase and how quickly everybody jumped back on the bandwagon. So Jamar Chase is you're looking like the number 1 Dynasty wide receiver right now going forward. What about Stone Cold Kittle? It's up top. You'll see it on the ticker. He's expected to play. Play Judy or Tony. I probably play Judy, but that's me. Tony's got a tough matchup. Higgins and Kamara for Kupp. Give me Kamara alone over Kupp, and you're going to give me T. Higgins too. So no, I'm not trading Kamara and Higgins for Kupp. I like Kupp, but he's not worth more than Alvin Kamara. What world do we live in? What world, Sirion, what world do we live in where this happened? When did this transition happen where Kupp went above Kamara? Like, did we decide that as a community? Like, what's going on here? Because of the quarterback situation? Is everyone assuming? Like, what did Alvin Kamara do to you, pal? What did he do to you besides give you 83 receptions, third year, 83 receptions, and then in his worst year, everyone's worried about the quarterback situation. Last year, his 4th year in the NFL, 85 receptions. What did he do to you? What did he do to you? You're my boy, Sirian. You're my boy, 28 trains. You know you're my boy, but this is upsetting. Smitty's getting angry. I like Kupp, but why do we get to this point where we're giving up more with Kamara to make a swap? Like, you want to do the swap 1-for-1? I won't Smitty stamp approve that bad boy. You were offered Kamara and Higgins. Well, then why aren't we punching it? You know what I'm saying, 28? I'm not mad at you, pal. I'm just curious where this came up. Punch it, take a victory lap, take your running back, pal. Already had his bye week. Take your big old lap and plug Kamara into your lineup. Derek with the super chat. In full PPR, I put in a trade. Zach Ertz for T. Higgins. I already have Goddard. Good trade. Yeah, I like Higgins. Give me Higgins. If you've already got Goddard in the lineup, that's fine. You know, I'd take either one of those tight ends and roll with the extra wide receiver. I think Higgins could be a strong wide receiver 3. Maybe Odell lands with the Bengals, though, bro. Then what are we doing? Then we'll be doing it live again, talking about this. Start 2, Sutton, Judy, or Renfro. You can't start both Judy and Sutton, so you're putting probably, give me, I don't know. What do you guys say? Judy or Sutton? Who are you putting on the bench? Who are you starting? Judy or Sutton? Who are you putting on the bench? Judy or Sutton? D-Hop isn't going to play this weekend. Is he? Got it up at the top. He's probably not. But it's not for sure. But he's not looking. He's in the unlikely category to play at the top ticker. Smitty, is Tyreek and Javonte Williams enough to get for CMC? That's borderline, but I'm okay with it. I'm afraid you're not going to get anything for him, you know, if he goes down, bro. That's not bad. I almost want you to get a tad more. I hate to get greedy and then have the whole deal called off, but I want you to get almost a tiny bit more. Javonte, if he's starting, would be different. Boston Scott or Devontae Smith. Boston Scott right now. Thank you, Derek, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Who's a better start than Christian Kirk or Rondell Moore? Who's a better start, Christian Kirk or Rondell Moore? Probably Rondell Moore. Although, it's tough to know with, you know, if it's not Kyler, you know, it could go either way. Maybe Kirk gets, I don't know. I feel like if they don't have Kyler under center, they'd probably try and get really creative with Christian, or with Rondell Moore. That's my guess, but we don't know what's what. What do we do with Mike Williams? You start him and you thank him. You don't trade him low. Need your cards inside scoop. There is no inside scoop right now other than both of these guys, Kyler and Hopkins, are very questionable. Hopkins more so than Kyler. Kyler's more likely to play, but they're both very, very questionable. I would say Hopkins feels like not a lock to not play, but on borderline lock to not play. It could all be down to the warm-ups, though, which is part of the problem. Kyler, they're talking about looking to the future more so than worrying about 1 week. Like, what's the bigger picture for the future in terms of this year, the playoff picture, and what's more important to have Kyler fully healthy, give him a week off. 10 days was almost not enough. So it sounded more and more like the Cardinals may sit him. Maybe that's coach speak. Maybe they're trying to throw off the Niners. I don't know. My guy of the week is Eli Mitchell, 3 100-yard games. If he's playing, he's a lock to be a running back too. Nobody should be even contemplating putting Eli Mitchell on the bench at all. Not even a question if he's in the game. He's looking like a beast. What's up, Rangers? All right, Smitty. I'll eat a little bit of crow and take half of a lap for Lamb last weekend. Got over 100 yards, but 0 TDs. I was right on Burrow, though. What were you right on Burrow about, pal? What were you right on Burrow about? Appreciate you, buddy boy. I received a weird offer. Cook and Madison for my Zeke and Pollard. Which side do you like better? I probably lean Cook and Madison. And I think Madison's proven. We know what we're getting as a backup. If he gets thrusted into that lineup, it's a top potential 5 to 10 running back. It really is. He's that good. But you could argue either side. But give me Cook, pal. Hey, Smitty. I made a trade last night. I was offered Justin Herbert, Dalvin Cook, and Terry McLaurin for Alvin Kamara and AJ Brown. I saw this one in the live, right, bro? You sent this in the and I appreciate your super chat during the premiere. Who's your quarterback? That was my one question for you. I actually answered this, or I told you, or I did a follow up, and I didn't hear back from you. Who is your starting quarterback if you don't have Herbert in this situation? You may have told me. Sad boy, sad boy, online brother, finest. Your YouTube channel and you locked. Attaboy, thank you, sad boy. Mike White, Michael's laughing. Look, let's address the elephant in the room. I'm not ashamed of myself for being on board the Mike White train. I'm still conducting the train. If Michael, you think I jumped off because of last night, I didn't jump off the Mike White train. Mike White got hurt. Mike White looked good. Mike White, shaky first drive, but in 2 drives had 95 yards, 7 for 11, and a touchdown, knifing defenses. And I used a bad what do you call it? A bad analogy or adjective, or I was using a bunch of wrong phrases once he threw that touchdown. I was on YouTube Shorts, I was on Instagram Stories, and I'm like, he looked like a surgeon surgically dissecting the defense, and boom, the report came in that he had hit his helmet, he had hit his hand on the helmet when he was throwing that touchdown pass, and everyone's like, nice call on the surgeon, Smitty. Poor use of words. It was like I jinxed him. But I'm not afraid of this guy making me look right. I'm not afraid of it at all. I'll stare it right in the face. I'm not backing down from my Mike White hype. I'm just not. Like, I still think he's got a shot. He looked fantastic on that drive, that touchdown drive. It was precise, knifing through, like the throwing motion, the quick release, the command of the offense, the command of the huddle. His team loves him. The coaches love him. LaFleur loves him. LaFleur gets to go to the box upstairs. Does anybody know the story behind that? That Zach Wilson, LaFleur likes to do the OCing from upstairs in the box, looking down, like we do in fantasy, high above, looking at everything, get a much better picture of the layout, the lay of the land. What does Zach Wilson say? I want you on the field with me. That's what I want, not what you want. So LaFleur goes down. Offenses look crappy all year long. So Mike White gets called. His number's called. You're starting, boy. LaFleur says, I want to be up in the box. Mike White says, go up in the box. Go up in the box. I want you in the box. If that's where you're comfortable, you go to the box, young man. I can still do my job down here. I prefer you to be in your zone. What does he do? He goes upstairs. Even with Mike White out, offense looks better. Offense looks better. I love what Mike White has done to this team. And I still believe in him. Hey, Smitty, I made a trade last night. Oh, Garrett. Let me see if Garrett's got an answer for me. Garrett, who's your quarterback? Jalen Hurts. Let's see here. So you traded away. You get offered Herbert, Cook, and McLaurin for Kamara and AJ Brown. I think look. AJ Brown's banged up right now. His health is already in question. We're worried about it. We're worried about the offense. No Derrick Henry. AJ Brown keeps getting banged up. I'm okay with this, pal. I think McLaurin's very sneaky as a comparable value end of year in hindsight, reflecting back. We're going to go AJ Brown and McLaurin very, very close. Do the trade. Cook and Madison. You got to have Madison, I hope. If you've got Madison, it's a no-brainer. Because I think McLaurin's going to hang with AJ Brown. Cook and Madison's better than just Kamara. And there's no backup. Ingram's not really the end-all be-all if something happens to Kamara. And Herbert is a league winner. Herbert looks shaky to a lot of people. I don't care. I don't care how he looks to other people. I like Herbert. Do the trade. Get the trio and go on your merry way. Garrett, I like it. Smitty approved. Let's punch that right now. Let's give that an official.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I like it. I like it, bro. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mark Cleveland, I gotta take a lap. You're stalling on this trade. I sent Claypool. Yeah, okay. So Mark came to me with this trade offer, and I told him to take a lap. I gotta check my text line, Mark. I'm sorry if I haven't responded to you yet tonight. I can call you live on the air if you want. Let me know. But I told Mark, I've trained you better than this, Mark. You should have accepted this trade already. Why are you sitting on it? And Mark he's super chatting me because he's a great man, but he's super chatting me to say he's still stalling. And I don't know if I'm wrong. Why don't you guys back me up or not back me up? You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Should Mark Cleveland take a mini lap for not punching this trade through, and he's still lingering and waiting on it? He gives up Claypool, Schultz, and Renfro. And he gets Darren Waller. Like, I know Darren Waller's struggling a little bit, but that's a great buy low. That's what you call baked in, boys. That's what you call baked in value, Mark. Completely. All the risk is baked right in. Can I get a get Waller? Can I get an amen? Can I get a take a lap? Can I get a take a lap? I got one. Engage says get Waller. Here's one, Mark. Get Waller. 100% Waller. Get Waller. Waller for sure. Take a lap, Mark. And this is all tough love, Mark. This is just to get you to press the button quicker. Here's 4 in a row. I'm putting every single one of them on. I don't care if they agree with me or not. I got an amen. Take a lap. Get Waller. Waller will carry. Get Waller. Take a lap. Walrus. I like Schultz. There's one. There's one vote. We'll put him down here. Get Waller. Take a lap. Waller. Mark, here's Joel against the world. Joel's on this side over here wavering like you, or he likes, no offense, Joel. He likes this over here. This is the world. The world is against you. Go get Waller. Do it now. Do it live. Come back and celebrate. Let me know if you want me to call you live to talk about it so we can crack open the soda pop and celebrate in your honor for making what is called a boss trade. That is how you become a boss. Joel, appreciate you being here, Joel. Joel is king. Joel is king. Appreciate you, Joel. Take a second and like the video. Thank you, Ramos. Please, guys, hit that thumbs up. It does help the channel a ton when you guys punch that thumbs up. Appreciate you. Don't be a Joel, says Michael. Not very nice. Smitty, should I consider starting McNichols or Adrian Peterson? I have both on my bench. Depends, Daniel. Who are your other options, pal? I'm the real tight end whisperer. I don't think so, Joel. I don't think so, pal. Number 1 in the fantasy industry, according to Fantasy Pros, for 3 years average, and was last year number 1 in tight end ranking. Can't take that, but I appreciate you. You can be my apprentice. Who would I prefer, Waller or Andrews? Give me Waller. Give me Waller, but I mean, they're both really good. But give me Waller, and that should tell Mark Cleveland how much I like that trade for him. Jeezy says take a lap. 3 waivers and 2. I don't know what that means. Yo, traded Zach Moss for Saquon. Now that's a deal I'm willing to make. That Burrow would ball. I'm sorry, Rangers. I just saw this. That Burrow would ball against the Jets. Everyone was still asking about starting him or not. But you said that like I was against Burrow. So I was like, what? I love Burrow. Burrow is a fantastic play. But so you were saying, but I told you about Burrow like you told me. I think you were saying you were meaning you were right about Burrow. I got you now. I thought you were telling me. I was like, I love Burrow. Like, how can you tell me about Burrow? Kittle, fantasy outlook this year. Good value, good trade value. Like, if there's one thing Kittle's good for, it's trading in a package deal. Like, Kittle's not going to get you much straight up, but I can't tell you how attractive a Kittle and James Robinson offer looks for an, Eckler or maybe even an Aaron Jones. Like, or if you say Kittle and I'm trying to think, Kittle and Hendy could maybe get you Eckler, and Eckler and Hendy are really far apart in most people's minds. Kittle is borderline, like, what do you do with them? And you add them to a trade, and it's like injecting your offer with steroids. It's great. Adding Kittle in he does more for you in a trade than he does on your bench or in your lineup. And I don't know that I trust San Fran to use him, let alone I don't trust him staying healthy. So, good question, but tough to know what to expect out of Kittle. Offered trade Debo, get McLaurin and Gibson. No, I wouldn't do. Gibson hasn't earned this amount of value. And while I think McLaurin will surprise a lot of people with how well he could potentially hang with Debo, I'm not one that thinks Debo's top 4 or 5 moving forward. I'm selling Debo high. I'm not saying he's not a top 10, 12 wide receiver. I'm not. He's a low-end wide receiver 1 that I believe is playing like an elite high-end wide receiver 1. I agree. I'm not a moron. He's been playing that way. But no one's crazy for predicting a dip or a drop or a fall back down from earth to earth a little bit from way up high. And Debo's playing way up high. There's injury concerns. He's already banged up right now. He's a very big injury risk. He's always been injured. So Debo, I like the idea of selling high, but I don't know that Gibson does anything for you right now. Could this end up being a good trade in hindsight? Sure. It most certainly could. But I would go after a different deal because Debo has that kind of for sure trade value. It's not like you're passing on a deal and you'll never get another deal. Debo's going to get you a lot right now. Chuba and Kirk Cousins for Lamar and Kittle, 2 QB league. Chuba and Kirk Cousins for Lamar and Kittle. No. I mean, I that's tough. You're going cross position here. I like Chuba. Or Chubb. Did I say Chuba? I like Chubb. Did I say Chuba? I feel like I said Chuba. Chubb and Kirk for Cousins and Lamar. Chubb and Cousins for Lamar and Kittle. Get it straight, Smitty. Good Lord. I feel like I would draft Lamar and Chubb around the same exact place in a 2 QB league. And Kittle versus Cousins in a Superflex pretty even too. I mean, here's the thing: is I'd rather have the Chubb side, but push comes to shove and you're in a draft, you're drafting Lamar potentially higher than Chubb. So it really does come down to the rest of your team. I would say it's very even and very arguable in a 2 QB league. And if you don't play in a 2 QB league, you may be like, hey, I don't see how you could say that, Smitty. This is Nick Chubb. It's different in a 2 QB league. D2W Stu checking in after his big surgery. How about them heart surgeons and about them Cowboys? Attaboy D2W. D2 going through a very big surgery, coming out on top. Attaboy, we're proud of you, D2W Stu. Glad to have you back. And appreciate you being here. Go Cowboys. Get Lamb on the field, would you? Okay, send those surgeons over to Lamb and talk some sense into him. Get him right. Get Lamb on the field. Hey, Smitty, who got lambed? Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, Sutton, and DJ Moore for DK Cooks, or is that Cook? I'm going to assume it's Brandon Cooks because you put a plural. Monty and Ertz. I mean, the Aaron Jones side wins by a long mile because DJ Moore, while behind DK, is not extremely behind DK, but Monty, Ertz, Brandon Cooks, they don't hold a candle to Aaron Jones and Dillon sum total. So Tanner, the Aaron Jones side wins by quite a bit in my mind, in my eyes, pal. Appreciate you, Tanner. We got a couple more super chats here. Thank you guys for dropping these. Derek with a 9 right there. Thank you, Derek. Always appreciate you, pal. Ryan says Dillon or Mike Davis get crazy with Derek Gore. I think with A-Rod out, Dillon could be used quite a bit. I'm going to lean on Dillon in this one, and I don't feel like it's a regrettable thing if it doesn't work out. It makes a lot of sense, you know. Dillon was used a ton before A-Rod's out. Now they're going to need to lean on the run even more this week. I go Dillon. You're 6-2. Hurts. Okay, this is a no trade league. You're 6-2, and Hurts is my QB. Should I be worried about him for the rest of season, or go get Tua, Bridgewater, Darnold, Tyrod, Lance, Garoppolo? I'll tell you this, man. Tua's a better start this week than maybe. I don't. Let's see here. I don't know how I feel about it this week. I mean, Tua's a good play this week, but let me pull up some rankings and stuff that I've done and just see where I have Tua versus Hurts this week, and I just want to see how close it is. So I have Hurts around like 7 to 8 to 9. I have Tua around 11 to 12, 13, 14. Like it's a big range. So I don't get crazy. I put Hurts in there. I like Lance overall more than any of those options, but the problem is he's not in there yet. We don't know when he's going to get into the lineup, but Lance would probably do a better job of maybe carrying you if he's in the lineup. So you could get crazy, the phrase of the day, get crazy and go Lance, or just kind of monitor Lance's situation and be first to grab him once he jumps up. Derek says full PPR 10-team QB, Josh Allen. Running backs are Kamara, Hunt, Fournette, Pollard, and Jacobs. Wide receivers are D. Hopkins. Sorry about D. Hop being out for you, pal. Kamara and Josh Allen should do pretty well for you, but you definitely have you're in a bind. Jacobs potentially this week would be okay, and then maybe sell him high. I think he could get you a lot. Don't give up on D. Hop. He's just banged up for this week. You should be able to get right. Beasley's a good little play. Amari Cooper should be good if Lamb sits out. He should be good anyway, but he's going to be really good if Lamb sits out. Devonta Parker's on IR, out 3 weeks, just so you know. Goddard and Ertz, any trade ideas? You could trade Kamara into 2 components. We've talked about this a ton. The dissecting one player and diluting them into 2. I'd probably say you'd have to get like a Hendy and a Diggs, or Aaron Jones and McLaurin. You know, like it'd have to be significant. but that would be a pretty decent move for your team. Or you wait, but it's tough to wait. And, with having Hopkins out, it could be a tough week for you. But you got Cooper and Beasley aren't bad. And they should have pretty good week. Shepard's also out, just so you know. But I would definitely look at the Kamara trade, see what you can give up to potentially get 2 players that in your mind are very, very, very good. Mike Williams is always a good place to start. What running backs does the Mike Williams owner? If it's Aaron Jones, it's beautiful. Kamara for Mike Williams and Aaron Jones. I actually do like that a lot. Drop 1. Davis, Kirk, Callaway, Bateman, CMC off of IR. So Rockout's got to drop somebody. I'd probably say Corey Davis at this point, man. Elijah Moore is looking like he's taking over. He's okay. Kirk, you could drop Kirk if you feel like, okay, what if Corey Davis gets back in there, and what if Mike White likes to find him and feed him the rock? And I know you're going to laugh, people. Mike White, he still thinks Mike White's going to get in there. Mike White. What's Mike White's injury update, by the way? What did they talk about him today? Mike White. Nothing. God, no update at all. We're just left in the lurch. We don't even know if he's okay. We don't even know if our boy's okay. Our white knight is okay. We don't know. I'm dropping Davis, but that's me. You're not crazy to drop Kirk. Kirk could just have a good game this week is why maybe I hesitate. Overcome with a super chat. Thank you, Overcome. Putting the flex emoji out there into the ether. Where do you have Dobbins ranked in Dynasty? Ooh, flex value right now. Maybe a touch of running back 2 potential, but we've got to wait and see. The guy needs to stay healthy. Very hard to buy into running backs right now. You guys are going to see a trend from me. I'm going to do a lot of 2022 content coming up here. December is going to be rich of 2022 content. You're going to get your dose of 2022. And on January 1, Sleeper U, the new membership carries over into 2022. It is a different membership. And you're going to... I flipped the switch to the next season. And I'm going to be dropping 2022 massive amounts of 2022 content. And I'm telling you right now, that's why you need a lifetime membership. You never pay for content again. You get the year in and year out. No interruption of content. SleeperU.com. Anybody that orders a SleeperU.com membership today or tomorrow or this week, I'll honor it. I'll give you a 1-hour draft call if you order a lifetime membership. So order a lifetime membership today. Get your SleeperU.com draft call. Let's go. But I drop all my 2022 content. My point was being this. You're going to see a lot of my 2022 content, and it's going to say wide receiver. Abandon the running back in 2022. Not fully, obviously, but in rounds 1 and 2, I'm probably not touching running back. Maybe I change my mind. We'll see how the mock drafting goes. Trading down is going to be one of my favorite moves in 2022. And not everybody can trade, but I think that most leagues are opening the idea to trading and open to trading even a redraft. I don't know very many leagues that don't do it. Some people say they don't trade. That's really silly to me. You guys should be able to have at least a waiver or a veto process in place where there's voting. Ryan, it depends. I have a $99 lifetime content membership, and you get the one-on-one advice and all the content for the $199. So you'll never pay for content again, and you get the 1-hour draft call, which in itself is $99. So it's a killer deal, pal. Get on over there. Get on over to sleeperu.com.
Here's information about a few options.
Whoa. Ziggy, stop. Ziggy, stop. God, you know who hates Ziggy? Miss Smitty. So sleeperu.com. God, he always wakes up the entire household. Damn Ziggy. That's why auction is better, says Zach. I mean, auction's great, but we tried doing live auctions here on the channel, and people get upset. Yeah, D2, feeling good. Family's doing good. Appreciate you. Thank you, pal. Hit the like button. Let's go. Everybody punch that thumbs up. It does help your boy Smitty. What's up, 12? Appreciate you being here, pal. Alden. Sit Debo for Deontay Johnson due to the worst calf injury. I mean, if Debo's a go, you start him. It's pretty easy decision, I guess. You know, if you got to make the call ahead of time, I suppose. It's what time are those games? Let me pull up the schedule real quick. So the Steeler game is in the morning. No, Steeler game's Monday night. So you got to make... Yeah, you got time. You got time. Because the Niner game's at 2:25 Eastern. Or not 2:25 Eastern. It's the afternoon game. So you just decide Debo there. If Debo plays, you play him. If Debo's not going to play, then you've got Deontay Johnson waiting for you Monday night. You've got the most ideal situation of all, bro. So wait on that. Not even a question. 2021 season... Calf injuries. Yeah, calf injuries are the new ACL this year. It's crazy. Just got Miles Sanders off waivers. That's kind of exciting, I suppose. My super chat got missed. Okay, Joey, looking for it, pal. Sometimes they roll in waves and I don't see it right away. Someone dropped Gibson. Should I drop Javonte or Tony? I dropped Tony for Gibson. I wouldn't drop Javonte. But yeah, I probably would pick him up. Soothing says, should I start Judy or Emmanuel Sanders full PPR 12-team league? I would go Emmanuel Sanders, but that's me. I could easily see either of those players being, a solid pick for you, pal. Kamara for Mike White plus Cordero Patterson. Smitty approved. Kamara for Mike White and Cordero Patterson. Go get Alvin Kamara. Don't even... think twice about that one. Jack, I appreciate that super chat. Joey says, Smitty, you're killing me. I got offered to trade Zeke for CMC. Don't have a decision. 3 games down from a playoff spot. What do you mean you don't have a decision? What does that mean? I mean, take Zeke Elliott and run, bro. He's already at his bye. CMC's iffy to play this week. Maybe he plays. Maybe he's limited. I don't know. If he goes out there and gets hurt again, what are you going to be left with? Like, worst case scenario, you've got Zeke Elliott, playing the way he's playing right now against McCaffrey, who does McCaffrey things. You'll be a little bit down, a little bit upset that you traded CMC on fire, but you're going to get Zeke Elliott. Now, trust your gut, Joey, because Zeke could get hurt tomorrow. You know what I mean? I can't predict those things. I can't predict freak injuries. So, trust your gut. Make sure you're comfortable with it. Make sure it's what you want to do. Don't do it because I'm telling you to. Do it because it makes sense to you. But I take Zeke Elliott in a heartbeat over Christian McCaffrey right now. I need 3 Cooks, Tony, Sanders, Claypool, McNichols. Give me Cooks. Give me Tony, give me Sanders. I'll go with the high upside of all 3 of those guys. But you could put Tony or Sanders on the bench for Claypool. Captain Spock. I have had CMC and CH on IR in one league and still won the last 3 games in a row. Management, baby. But Captain Spock, don't make you hold on to CMC if the right deal comes along. Doesn't matter if you've held him this long. Don't keep the mentality, I've held him this long, I might as well play him if the right deal can come along. Now, don't sell him low, but don't be afraid to get into 2 players. Should you flip Kyler for Rodgers and either Hollywood or Jacobs? I mean, Hollywood and Aaron Rodgers is okay, I suppose, but, I mean, A-Rod's not playing this week. A-Rod's got a bye. Kyler, I'd rather have Kyler. Hollywood and Jacobs don't move the needle enough for me. The D Henderson owner has Diggs, so should I trade Kamara for both? I'm 5-3. The D. Henderson owner has Diggs. Should I trade both for Kamara? So Diggs and Henderson for Kamara. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you like Kamara better or Diggs and Henderson? It's a very decent trade. In Derek's situation, he has Hopkins out. He's got I think Josh Allen and Kamara, and he's got Renfro, I think it was. I think he's also got I forget who else he had, but Diggs and Henderson, 1 vote. Pretty even, says Mike. A.J. Brown and Gainwell for Henderson and Emmanuel Sanders. Give me. That's even. That's straight even, Zach. That's even Steven stuff. Diggs and Hendy. King C. MC back, baby, says Nick. CMC. This is no offense, Nick. I'm just showing you off here. This is what a Christian McCaffrey owner looks like. Just blind. Running back 1. No, like, let's see. I think he could maybe be running back 1. It's his running back 1. He's the number one pick next year. It's Christian McCaffrey. Straight up, Nick doesn't mess around. That's what Nick does. Trade offer Michael Carter for 2023 first rounder. I take if it could be potentially a high pick, I take the first rounder. If it's a late first rounder, it's even. It's even. So I think I'd take Hendy, Derek, and I appreciate your super chat, buddy. Diggs side. We got another Diggs vote. Diggs and Hendy will give you more points. I think it's pretty clear that will help you out, buddy. CMC, baby. Running back 1. Like, I just picture Nick being completely serious. Nick, I'm not saying you'll be wrong, but I just picture you being like you're not even like you're just like serious mode, like no time to joke, almost upset, almost annoyed. These idiots here, like we're all just a bunch of morons in the room. I just see him coming and going, running back 1. Idiots. These guys should be paying me. Sending me a super chat. Running back 1. Brent. Appreciate you, Nick. Please help Smitty. Half PPR. I'm 2-6 and I need to win this week. I have Chuba, CMC, Tony, Javonte, Dillon. I need 3 of them. CMC, if he plays, you just play him, bro. Doesn't matter if he's getting half the work. You play him. Tony and probably Dillon. I'm not playing Chuba and CMC, I don't think. I just play CMC if he's starting, Tony and Dillon. I'm not gonna say I feel really confident in that. That's a pretty tough one. CMC, running back 1. Running back 1 next year is JT, according to who said that? I don't know. A couple of you, but here it is. Jersey plug. Running back 1 next year is JT. That's what most people, I think, the consensus will be. Dude, CMC is so much better than JT. Here he is. Dude. Running back 1. If I gotta explain it to you, that means I have to stop making money, and I can't stop moving. Running back 1. Nick, I appreciate you, pal. Nick, the thing is, though, CMC was the running back 1. Could he still be? Abso-freaking-lutely. Is there more of a likelihood of this man getting hurt than being a running back 1 for another 2 years? You were biased because of what's recently happened with JT. You weren't saying that week 1, week 2, when CMC was healthy and JT sucked. I'm not saying JT's the one. We did a mock draft. JT was the consensus one, Nick. Nick, you're funnel focused right now, bro. You've got tunnel vision. I'm not saying JT's the... Where have I said JT's the one? Everybody else mocked him number 1 in our mock draft. I had Harris number 1 when I was doing the mock. And I'm not opposed to the value of Christian McCaffrey if he falls to the right place, he finishes really strong, proves that he's good to go. I'm not opposed to changing my mind, Nick. That's what I do. And I do waver, not because I don't know what I'm doing, but because if you follow an analyst, you better follow an analyst. If you don't want to follow me, follow an analyst, Nick, that is going to adapt and adjust, even if it's week to week, bro. You don't want to be taking somebody that you don't want to be taking somebody's advice that's just like, this is it. I've been saying it since day one. I want to adjust. You know, like, you want me to look at things different from week to week. You know what I'm saying, broski? And I appreciate you, man. Man, you know what the cure is for having a burp? Drink some more carbonation. How much longer could CMC be in his prime? I don't know, man. I think this is the test. This is where we're at. Will CMC do it? Will he get healthy, stay healthy, finish like a beast, walk into 2022 confusing the hell out of everybody? If Christian McCaffrey does come back and drops loads and is a beast from here on out, there will be so much confusion as to who the 1.1 is. There'll be a lot of people that share Nick's opinion. Nick's not wrong by liking that. Nick's only fault is that he thinks everyone else is completely wrong. But Nick, difference between my stance and I think yours is that I think yours is viable. I think a lot of people have good viable arguments, you know what I'm saying? Let me get to Nick's real quick before we go. He could outscore every other running back in the league in the back half of the year, and I'd much rather follow you than an idiot, the counselor. But please don't forget who the fantasy king really is. Is that Nick? Is that you, or are you saying that that's CMC? Who's the king? One day he will fall. The question is, has CMC already slipped and fallen a little bit, pal? And I don't disagree with you, Nick, because you could be right, but I don't think it's for sure locked and loaded like you're saying. It's questionable. It's arguable, Nick. It's arguable. CMC being the 1.1 is, you need to understand that it's arguable, okay? There's a reason why everyone and their mother is against the man. And Nick, I got a psych degree. I bring psychology to fantasy football, pal. You don't need to tell me about recency bias. But you are also suffering. Man, I drank way too much soda. I'm still out of breath a little bit. I'm getting rested up from the big C that the whole household caught. But I still get out of breath. And I shouldn't have drank a whole bunch of soda before I came on. I'm getting like out of breath and But Nick, what was I saying? Nick, you can't get you. I was going to say something about CMC. Something about CMC. I don't know. I'm not sure. Jordan, Miles Gaskin or Devonta Booker. Thanks, brother. I probably go, if Barkley sits, Booker might be safer. Gaskin's higher risk, higher reward. Jordan, I wish I could give you a clear, like, definitive answer, but it's, do you want to roll the dice, go Gaskin? Do you want safe 8-9 points, but run the risk of Gaskin, in a good way, getting 3 points, and you're like, great? Or watching him score 19.5, because Gaskin has got a bigger range, 3 to 19. But I feel like Booker's steady, but not huge upside, not low floor. It's like 8 points. So I wish I could give you a better concrete answer there. Zinsky, Lee, what up, Smitty? Patterson or Thielen this week? Give me Patterson, but you're not crazy for wanting either in there, and I almost don't want to tell you sit Thielen. Like, the words sit Thielen aren't coming out of my mouth. Find a way to trade or get both in your lineup, but push comes to shove, I'm going probably Cordero or Cord Daily, as we call him on the show. Slayer with another super chat. Pull out the bullhorn and talk to Nick Smitty before he gets lambasted after CMC gets lambed, says Slayer. Are we sitting Big Mike Williams this week for Emmanuel Sanders? No, Zinski, I am not. I am not doing that. Big Mike, as much as I was against everyone calling him a top 5 wide receiver, I feel like I've been a hater and believer in Mike all year. When he's everyone's top 5, I'm like, calm down. When he's outside everybody's top 15, I'm like, calm down. This guy's a top 10 to 12 wide receiver. He's not a guy at bench. If you've noticed, he goes up and down with Herbert. You know what I mean? All right, Nick's back for more. Respect Smitty, but CMC is far and away the running back. He's not far and away. Like, that's my point, Nick. He's not far and away the running back one. He was. He hasn't been able to do it lately. He's been injured for 2 straight years, bro. So he's not far and away the running back one. Off of his old stats, he is. And you have a really good argument, Nick. One that no one can really tear down if you word it right. I know you don't probably care how you're wording it. You're like, screw it. I don't care. I don't need to say it a certain way. It's how I feel. Now, running back one. But, Nick, I'm telling you, there's a reason the entire fantasy football population, the entire fantasy football world is walking on eggshells with this guy. Like, I don't know what to do with him. I'm not sure if I should trade him away. I'm not sure if I'm going to draft him number 1. There's a reason this man won't touch the 1.1 if he doesn't finish on an absolute holy terror. No one's touching him at 1.1. You might, Nick, but you could get him at 3 or 4. I've got good news. Trade down. But if CMC drops a monster finish, like, let's say he doesn't even blow up this week, but he plays, okay, he didn't get hurt, he walks into the next week, he's got a bye week too, and he goes on a terror, and he does what he used to do, Nick. Not what he is now, what he used to do. What he is now is a worry. But if he drops what he used to do, Nick, off of a lot of mileage, a lot of usage, the body breaks down after a certain point. Maybe this weirdly rested him as he sat out with lingering injuries. They weren't season long necessarily. They lingered and became season long, but it wasn't like he tore his ACL. So if this guy gets healthy, gets right, awkwardly rested his body in a weird way that rejuvenated him for a potential year or 2. And if you think he's got more than 2 years left, Nick, you are stepping on the verge of getting into outer space, bro. Like, he has maybe, if everything went right and the guy just completely shocked the world, he would maybe have 2 years of elite production, and then it would be time to say goodbye to him, bro. In the top, wouldn't even be close to a top 10 running back anymore. If you think he's going to be there for more than 2 years, you are on the verge of being on outer space, bro. But could he be running back 1 again on a whole season? Certainly in the realm of possibility, but I can tell you right now, no one is drafting him there if he does not finish on a terror. JT has Hines there. Harris is the only other running back option, but give me CMC any day. Okay, at least you like Harris. JT's been inflated on long touchdowns. You can't take away a guy's touchdown, though. We talk about that all the time. You can't say, but if you take away, you can't do that. You can't play that game. But I still appreciate you, Nick. You're bringing in some good points that would be valid if they weren't so hard-lined, bro. Hard-lined. They can't be hard-lined. I have Chubb, Fournette, Gordon, Gaskin, and Adams, Hopkins, Landry, Crowder. Trade Leonard Fournette for Lamb. Punch it. Absolutely trade Leonard Fournette for Lamb. Trade Leonard Fournette for Lamb. Almost want to make you take a lap money. Put a victory lap, baby. Punch it. Take a little lap. Pat yourself on the back. Let's see. Did I get to this one? Thoughts on Keenan Allen rest of season top 15. Sorry, Lee. Top 15 wide receiver. Yes. I'm going to say Keenan Allen does deliver top 15 wide receiver numbers. I'm not going to call him top 10, but I think top 15 is a pretty good number for him. CMC will win you your league, says Captain Spock. Smitty, start Herbert or Booker at flex. Come on. Oh, Khalil Herbert. I was thinking we meant super flex, bro. Give me Khalil, though. Give me a little Khalil action, pal. Smitty, what do you think on Hurts? Got to upgrade at QB. I would worry about what the Eagles are going to do to him. They're going to keep him in the lineup all year. They're going to bench him at some point. Ryan, running back 1. CMC, running back 1. I punched it. I got Kamara and Higgins for Cup. I like it. I like it, bro. I love Cup, but you're drafting Alvin Kamara before you're drafting Cooper Kupp. Nicholas, appreciate you, buddy. What's up? Thoughts on who I should trade, A.J. Brown or Jamar Chase? Also, who at the running back position should I target, or any other add-ons? Hope you're feeling well. I'm feeling better, thank you. You're not going to be able to sell A.J. Brown hurt, so you're better off trying to sell Jamar Chase, but don't sell him low. Keep him, sell him high, or don't sell him at all. If you can sell A.J. Brown for a Henderson, or better yet, give a little bit more and get an Eckler, give a little bit more and get, maybe Swift. Maybe sell A.J. Brown for Swift. That's probably a doable thing. Jamar Chase, it better be like Hendy and McLaurin. It better be something crazy, or just don't sell him at all. Chase is too valuable to be trading for straight up for like a running back like Henderson. Noel, how do we say it, is now a lifetime member. And Noel, you, my friend, have purchased the lifetime membership, the highest level package. Never will pay for fantasy football content again, or rankings, or bold predictions. Noel, take a big victory lap. We need like a victory. We need a song. This goes out to Noel, or Noel, as we call him. Noel just purchased a lifetime membership at sleeperu.com. Let's put his name up on the screen right now, and let's sing little Noel song. No, I'm not going to sing, but Noel, we are going to put you on screen, young man. This is what a beast looks like. He's never paying for content again. And Noel, you get a draft call, buddy. Good buddy, good pal. Also, send me your digits right now. I'm going to send you a text, because you get text advice for the remainder of the season. And I'll explain everything that's going on for you, pal. And what's in store for you. Go forward. Let's keep Noel on screen. Okay? He gets to stay up all show long in the corner for being a lifetime member. Let me make sure nobody else purchased that subscription while I've been live. It may have happened. We got 2 of those today, and you guys are beasting out. Thanks, Noel. Got those likes up for the lifetimer, says Nicholas. Where's Noel? Noel, speak up, pal. Okay, back to the regular scheduled program of the fantasy football show. We're gonna go to voicemails now. Did I miss another super chat? Somebody said I missed a super chat. King, I got Monies. I got Zinskis, I got Lees, I got Jordans, I got Blackbeards. He wanted to know about Thielen and Patterson. I got Slayer. I wanted me to get the bullhorn out and rip some people to shreds. Oh, here's one. Atro, I'm sorry, pal. Pick 2. D. Hopkins, Julio, Devonta Smith, Ayuk, Allen Robinson. Also drop one. He's gonna hit me with the triple decker. I guess Devonta Smith you got to drop if it's redraft. If it's Dynasty, don't even consider dropping him. Problem is, you start Julio, A-Rob on Ayuk. If you do that, Devontae's probably as good as those guys for this week anyway, so it's a little awkward situation. Give me Ayuk, give me A-Rob on the off chance he decides to bounce back, and give me Julio. If D. Hopkins plays, then you take probably A-Rob out is what I would probably do. I got you, buddy, old pal. I found it. I'm sorry about that. Rockout says I missed his super chat too. I thought I got Rockouts. Maybe sometimes he sends two and I only see one. Hold on, Rockout. I think I got yours, but maybe Rockout, I missed another one. Good old buddy, old pal. This one, Dynasty Lamb for AJ Brown and T Higgins. Give me Lamb. That's close though, AJ. I worry about AJ Brown's health, Rockout. I don't know if you feel me on that. I worry about AJ Brown's health. You know what I mean? Please help Smitty. Did I get to this one? I think I did. Yeah, I did. What do you guys think? Lamb or A.J. Brown and T. Higgins in Dynasty? Would you rather have the two wide receivers, or would you rather have CeeDee Lamb? Can you guys help rock out? Zinski with the super chat. Burrow or Tyrod Taylor to stack with Cooks this week? Dude, you can't say Burrow. You out of here. Zinski!
Take a look.
Zinski. Oh, we got another lifetime member of the show. Never paying for content again. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Eric. Hold on, I'm waiting for the other email to come through. Speak up. Who is that? Someone else just bought a lifetime membership. Another one. Smitty is dragging me right now. Am I dragging you? No, dude, you're good. Zinski, you're my boy, Blue. Double A. Dropping the lifetime. Never pays for content again. Gets his name written on the wall, which I will email you a photo of. Double A. Dropping the lifetime membership. Never paying for content again. Shout out to the lifetime members. I might have to get one to bust balls all. Yeah, Nicholas, you need to get a lifetime membership as well. Now, Double A and Noel got the top dog one. So literally, not only are they gonna get, wait till they hear what they're gonna get, because I gotta clarify what they get from that level of membership, because the one they purchase, they don't realize what they're getting. They're getting a whole bunch. They're getting everything. They're getting all lifetime content. They're getting the text advice free for this year. There's you get free email advice for life. Free email advice, fantasy advice for life, free content for life on sleeperU.com. You also get some phone call access to me as well. But on top of that, I'm giving them free text advice all year long. And the only thing you'll ever pay for ever again is if you want to continue the text advice. The text advice is hard to give free for life because it's so much time. But I do, with any lifetime member, I do a $20 a year upgrade add-on. If you want text advice instead of the email advice, which you get for life, email advice free for life, it's a $20 upgrade, but you don't need to pay that this year. If you buy a lifetime membership, I give you the text advice for free. Life advice, David, it comes with a caveat. I have my psych degree, I have my master's, but I am not a practicing psychologist, so I can't certify any of my advice I give you. But David, I would give you life advice if you need it. Good pal. Good buddy. Noel, send me your text me or email me your phone number right now. Actually, I'm going to email you and then just email me back. Okay, Noel? Send me your number. So reply to this message. Thank you, pal. I appreciate you. Sent. Yo, buddy. Appreciate you. Send me your number. Double A, I just sent you an email too. You guys respond to those exact emails if you could. Check super chat. Nick is dropping a super chat. Nick's got a lot of content. Created a lot of content tonight around his commentary. I think Mike Williams does this week against Philly. I think he has a 90 and a touchdown minimum. How's that? How do you like them apples? Burrow. Zinski, don't worry about taking a lap, bro. You're my boy. But I do start Burrow. Get down, Burrow. Burrow's at home against the Browns. Get down 5-3. Get Burrow to the chopper. Get Burrow to the chopper. The highly successful situation. Double A gets put in the corner for the night. Double A is a lifetime member. Double A. Okay, let's send Noel a text right now so Noel can tell you guys this man does have a text line. It is actually his bat phone. Hold on, Mark Cleveland. Mark, if you're watching. Mark, do you mind if I call you live on the air? If so, I'll call you right now. So that's Mark Cleveland. Let me send a text to Noel. Nobody look. This is between Noel and I. Okay, Noel, here comes the text. This phone, I swear, this is my work. I have two phones. This is my personal phone. This is this text line phone. It's a personal phone too, but it's my work line, and it's a lot slower. It's Droid. I'm not a Droid fan. I'm an Apple guy, but this allows me to send voice messages to people. So all my messages are voice messages to everybody. Okay, here we go. What's up, Noel? Am I saying your name right? I hope so. This is Smitty from the Fantasy Football Show. I'm actually doing this live. I appreciate you, pal. Thanks for being a lifetime member. Never pay for content again. Send me a text all year long here, and I will get back to you. And for any urgent matters, if your dog gets lost or something, maybe we'll skip that as an urgent type of thing. But if you have any questions about Netflix shows or your fantasy football roster, let me know. And if it's urgent, super urgent, I'll even call you up because you're a lifetime member, pal. The only thing you'll ever pay for, again, you get lifetime content for free, rankings, email advices. If you want to upgrade your email advice into this text service, which I'm giving you free for 2021, the remainder of the year, it's a $20 add-on and upgrade. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a lifetime member. You'll always get an audio response like this one from me as I hold down this microphone and drop fire. Look at all that. How long did it take me to type that for, it's a minute and 7 seconds of content delivered to you in audio form. Appreciate you, pal. So that's how the text advice service works, okay? That's how you get text from me. Sprite says, how much do you think Mike Williams does? Oh, I already answered that one. We're going to go to the voicemails in a second. So that was Noel. Noel. Gotta put him in my phone. He's a lifetimer. Appreciate you, Noel. Okay. So he's in there. Did I miss another super chat? Sprite, thank you for the super chat. Nick super chat. Smitty, how do I get this video to debate the CMC running back 1 with you? How do I get on this video? Oh, on my show? I'll tell you how you can get on the show. Go to Instagram. Go to the Fantasy Football Show and follow these instructions right now.
It's voicemail time. Drop a voicemail at the Fantasy Football Show on the gram. Tell your grandma.
He'll punch you in the throat.
Right here, buddy. This is your time to shine. So, Nick, come on my show right now. Drop a voice message. Tell us how we're all not seeing this correctly. Nick, appreciate you being here, Nick. Nick, we haven't seen you a lot here. I'm talking to this Nick. Tight end Arnold, Uzama, Ingram, or Cook. Give me Uzama. Easy call for me. Easy call. Burrow's throwing the football to him, pal. You gotta love that. Zinski, do you have a podcast? I'm gonna answer this one gently. Last time I went off on somebody, and I don't mean to. It's just how I respond sometimes. I said to the guy, "Let me tell you the story. That way, I'm not saying it to you, Zinski." I said, "What makes you not search for my name in your favorite podcast platform?" Yes, I have a podcast. I have a Spotify show, Zinski. You know how Spotify has a video Joe Rogan show? Your man Smitty's one of the only other video shows on Spotify. I have my own Spotify video show. Now, granted, it becomes an audio pod just by locking your phone. You still hear me. It's an audio pod, but it's an optional video show as well. So I have some of the YouTube content that goes on that, but I have an exclusive Spotify. The whole family's been sick, so I haven't produced a lot of Spotify only shows this past week, but I do Spotify only video shows on my Spotify. Just search for the Fantasy Football Show, pal. Attaboy, Zinski. Yeah, one time I was like, I just went off on a guy. I was like, what makes you think I don't have a podcast? And I was like, have you never searched for the Fantasy Football Show? And he got all upset. He's like, I'm not going to be lectured by it like a teacher. I was just making a point. I didn't mean to drive him away. Sometimes I do that. I get a little hot. Couldn't get a deal done. He's offering me Melvin Gordon and Diggs for Kamara. Yeah, tell him to take a big fat lap. Not giving up on Henderson, so I'm just hoping to do Kamara right now. Melvin Gordon and Diggs. What does he think you are? What's he think you are? What should you do? What should Ridley owners do? I don't know, bro. You gotta hold him. What else can you do? You gotta hold him. You gotta wait. If there's a player you gotta pick up. And yeah. How do I get on? Okay. Nick, go to the Fantasy Football Show on Instagram. Click on message. And message me by holding down the microphone. Just like this described. Hold on. Right here.
It's voicemail time. Drop a voicemail at the Fantasy Football Show on the gram.
I literally played that for you.
Tell your grandma.
He'll punch you in the throat.
I literally played that for you, Nick. And just played that for just you. And I've been waiting for your message. And then you respond to me. How do I get on the show? I just played that for you, Nick. So far, you're late to your own show, bro. You're late to your own party. You're late to your own defense. You're here supposed to be talking about Christian McCaffrey. I played that like 5 minutes ago. And I said, come on the show. Where are you at, pal? Where are you at? Okay. Traded away JJ and Higgins for Eckler. Win or loss. Very even. Very even. I mean, I like Higgins. Higgins doesn't close a lot of gaps, but that's, JJ and Eckler are pretty close anyway. You needed a wide receiver, I like it. If you needed a running back, I'd have liked it on that side. It's a very, very close win-win type of situation. What other? Did I miss another super chat? Derek. Appreciate you, Derek. Yeah, what's he take you for? Zinski, again, go to smitty1.com/Spotify, or just go to smitty1.com, click on the Spotify logo. Okay, Nick sent a message. Let's go to Nick. Now, Nick, if you're not following me on Instagram either, I'm going to be very disappointed. Okay, where are you, Nick? I'm looking for you. I think we got a lot of voice messages waiting. I don't see you yet, Nick. This one's from Kyle.
Smitty, quick question. Who do we start? Pick one. McNichols, Scott, Boyd, Ayuk, or Devonta Smith?
Scott, Boyd, Ayuk, McNichols, Devonta Smith. Oh, God. Neither? None? None of them? Probably go Scott, I suppose. Scott. Oh, my God. Nick says, is your account fantasy-football? Oh, that's your account. You're saying that's your account. Okay. I was like, bro, that's not my account. Bro, I don't think you sent it to the right person. I don't see it. Hold on. I got a lot of messages, but I don't see you in my requests, bro. So I'm going to keep playing messages until I see you. Next question. Nick.
Michael Carter or CeeDee Lamb? I need some help, please. Thanks.
I mean, Michael Carter or CeeDee Lamb? Michael Carter already played, so for this week... Oh, that's got to be old. Is that old, or did you just send that? 3:40 p.m.? No, that's now. Is that now? It's got to be old. This was yesterday, too. Oops. I can't get that.
I just wanted to thank you so much for all your advice. I started off my league with 4 straight losses. Now I'm 4-4.
Attaboy.
I was able to pick up Aaron Jones. I was able to pick up Dalvin Cook and Madison. I was also able to pick up Ridley, but sadly lost him. I just want to say this is my first year watching your videos, man. You've been a great help. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Michael. Appreciate you, pal. Appreciate you, broski. Okay, send your voice messages to the Fantasy Football Show. I'm trying to find... top requests. There we go, King. I got it.
All right, Smitty. This is Nick. Let me know when you want to start the debate.
Jeez, Nick. We've been waiting for you, Nick, to drop your Christian McCaffrey is the top running back 1.1. You're all a bunch of morons. He's the 1.1. This is what we're waiting for? And why you have a picture of Saquon in your profile? Why isn't it Christian McCaffrey? I'm going to go back, King. Call yourself the King. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and wait for you. Oh my, it's like pulling teeth to get this guy to tell me.
Hey, Smitty, I have Burrow and Hurts. What is the lowest you'll go in a trade for Hurts?
Give me... Wait. Is he saying he wants to trade?
Hey, Smitty, I have Burrow and Hurts. What is the lowest you'll go in a trade for Hurts?
You mean like to get rid of him for something because you're going to start Burrow. Okay, I think we're on the same page. I don't think you're getting anything from Hurts, bro. Number one, no one really trades for quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think you're probably going to get what you think out of that. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, do your best to get a Javonte Williams. Do your best to get a potential, I'm trying to think of a wide receiver that could, Keenan Allen. Like, if somebody needs a quarterback, they might trade those guys. That would be a good attempt. That would be a good one. Okay, let's see. I still don't see a message from you, Nick. I'm going to move on. Yogi.
Yo, Smitty, what up? It's Nicholas Maldonado.
Different
what are
Nick.
your favorite tight ends this week?
Favorite tight ends this week, bro? I mean, that's kind of a vague question, bro. I mean, I could just go through my rankings or whatever, but I will tell you that I think Goddard could have one of those games as long as he's healthy and on the field. Cook's kind of sneaky if you need a tight end, and Cook is healthy and on the field. I think, Zach Ertz will have a decent day. I think Higbee's very undervalued. I go after Higbee before he has a big game. All right, here we go.
All right, Smitty, so here's the deal. Christian McCaffrey, by far and away, was the 1.01, the best player in fantasy football. Last year, he was injury-riddled, yes, but in the 3 games he did play, he was fantastic. Coming back off of injury, he scored a ton of fantasy points. Now, I understand he's had a lot of wear and tear, similar to Derrick Henry. However, Christian McCaffrey, when healthy, is by far and away the best fantasy football running back. He has the most upside. So, if you're drafting from the 1.01 looking to hit a home run, he is by far and away the best choice because he has the most upside. You said yourself that he could have 2 more years of still being great. So, next year is in that time frame where he can clearly be great. The only other players I've heard you toss out there are Jonathan Taylor, who has a committee with Nyheim Hines there, and who's breaking off long.
Breaking up long. Okay, while you leave your second message, you haven't said anything that, like, I get you, Nick, and I appreciate you. And the difference between you and I is that I'm telling you that your point, if you weren't so hardline stance on it, is valid. Like, McCaffrey, if healthy, and his old self would be the 1.1. But that's like saying, when healthy, LaDainian Tomlinson is the best running back in fantasy football. Nick, we understand. What everyone's telling you is they don't think he's there anymore. They think he's not going to stay healthy anymore. That's the argument. So it's almost a moot point at this point. There's almost no reason to even go over it, because what you're saying is, when healthy, he's the best running back. So is LaDainian Tomlinson. So is Priest Holmes. If Priest Holmes comes back tomorrow and is healthy, he's the best running back in football. Like, that's the point. We don't necessarily think he's going to stay healthy anymore. Is there a chance? Yes. Did I say he have 2 years left? No, I didn't. I said, I imagine even you would say that you'd have to say he has, at most, if everything went right and he came back and was healthy, proved himself, at most you could think he's got 2 years left. And I'm saying I predict that you probably think he could have more. And I think that would be outer space type material. You'd be in outer space. The problem is he is not healthy. The problem is he is not proven to be healthy we're going on 2 years now. And the problem is this smells a whole lot like Mike Thomas smelled all year long. Okay, is he coming back? Is he really going to come back? No, he didn't come back. And I know you can't tie the two situations together, and they're not completely related. They have nothing to do with each other. But this, to me, smells an awful lot like the same situation McCaffrey went through last year, and it's eerie how similar this situation's looking like last year's situation, like Mike Thomas's situation looked like last year's situation. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so let's see if you got another message. Let's let him finish his point. I still don't see it. I'll go in and come back out. There we go.
He's breaking off long touchdown runs. Now, I know you say you can't take away touchdowns, but is he going to score 70-plus yard touchdowns in every game? I do not think so. I think that there will be negative regression. Also, the other one you put out is Najee Harris.
First of all, JT's still getting going, bro. You can't define JT's upside right now. You can't, like, as much as you want to, like, if you say I predict JT as a decline, but your stance feels very hardline. I think that's why there's a problem accepting it. It's just not like, yeah, JT will have to keep 2 more in there. There's no, okay, 2 more. I thought you meant 2 more years for McCaffrey. I'm like, there's not 2 more years for McCaffrey. JT's just getting going, bro. They're barely feeding JT, and if you think Hines is going to keep him off the field, I think that's very, very, I don't know. It's gonna be a misguided. It's gonna look misguided in hindsight because there's no way JT is gonna be kept from getting his 17 to 25 carries, which he's gonna produce on because of that offensive line, because of the way they move the football. It's gonna it's not like Blackbeard saying it's not a committee. You can't define him in a committee with Nyheim Hines.
That's the only one that you can make a legitimate case for. He may have a safer floor, but CMC has...
I mean this I don't mean this in a bad way, but you sound exactly like I predicted. Running back 1. Running back 1.
upside.
Okay, let's hear his last message. This is Nick.
I would also like to hear your argument for anybody higher than him, and then I will very easily be able to debate why he is better than them.
Well, let me save you the time, okay? Let me save you the time, Nick, because I do this for a living, by the way. There is no argument to be made hardline stance. I've already told you, Christian McCaffrey could be the 1.1 next year in a lot of people's minds. Not in everybody's. He will not be the consensus. I can pretty much tell you that for certainty, Nick. So you're basically having to admit that you're right and everyone else is wrong, because I can tell you right now, even if Christian McCaffrey finishes 2021 on a tear, he will not be the consensus number one. He will be a split decision type of situation like we've had in the years past. McCaffrey's been the 1.1 for a while. We used to have like Tomlinson, and it was, there was a debate. Was it Tomlinson? Was it Holmes? There's a whole debate that would go on, like who's the running back one. We are 100%. Even if Christian McCaffrey finishes on a tear, we are 100% heading for a split in the fantasy community where it's JT, Harris, and CMC. Even if CMC, let's say, captured 60% of the consensus vote. What I'm saying here is, Nick, you are the one in the position to be proving it to everybody else or convincing the rest of the world. The rest of the world, as it stands today, which can change, and I don't want to hear it later if McCaffrey does do well, that, I told you he could get hurt in week 15 still. People are still going to doubt him. To expect him to do a full 16 or 17 game season, no one's going to expect. A lot of people are not going to expect it. So the problem I have is the hard-lying stance with it. This could go 100 different ways. Let's hear what playing Van Jefferson and Mike Davis. Probably Van Jefferson. Oh my God. Let's move on, says Kyle. I'll play his last message if he left one. This one's from Kevin.
Boy, Mike White does look good. You're right, Smitty.
Mike White. He likes Mike White. Kevin likes Mike White. Mike White's hurt, but Mike White does look good. I think we're all in agreement in that. Double A, if you're trying to call, I could do a call with you real quick. Okay, here we go. Let's see if he's got one more message. I don't see any more. I appreciate your take, Nick. I appreciate your take.
Hey, Smitty, I have Burrow and Hurts. What is the
I already got that one. Yogi Bear. Anybody else got a voice message? Sometimes I the way Instagram refreshes, I pull down, I refresh, and then later on I have like 100 messages, and I'm like, God, where were those when I was trying to refresh here?
All right, hear me out.
Andrew.
I just flipped Jalen Hurts for Kyler Murray.
Nice.
And
I don't care about the game.
Sitting out this week, I had to make a move, so I traded Kyler, Godwin, and James Conner for Josh Allen and Keenan Allen. So that leaves me with Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara. Monty's on the bench. He'll be back. And then I have CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs, and Keenan Allen.
Nice.
How do we feel?
I like that. I like that a lot. But did you say you now have 2 elite quarterbacks, or is it 2? And he's got Waller. I like that. I like that squad, bro. That's solid. I can't really break it all down. There was almost too much going on. Colin.
Hey, Smitty.
Colin.
It's impossible to know right now, but they said Russell Wilson could return by week 10. What are your thoughts on that? Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, that's the thinking. That's the thinking.
Hey, Smitty, pick 2. Javonte Williams, Jared Judy, Christian Kirk, or Callaway. Full PPR.
Devonta Williams.
Hey, Smitty, pick 2. Javonte Williams, Jared Judy, Christian Kirk, or Callaway. Full PPR.
I want to say Kirk is a good play if Hopkins is out, and then it comes down to Jerry Jeudy and Javonte. I suppose we could go. What was the stat line for Jerry Jeudy last week? And it was like 60 yards or something. Jerry Jeudy. How many targets did he have though? He had 4 targets for 39 yards. No Broncos receiver recorded more than 4 targets. I'm just not loving the target share. And then what did Javonte have? Let's see what Javonte had carry-wise. Javonte, he's still averaging good yards per carry pretty much every week. Last week he only had 35 yards on 9 carries. That's 3.9. But on the year he's averaging 4.6 a pop. 1 TD receiving. So 2 total touchdowns, 4.6 a pop. I go with Javonte in hopes that they just finally feed him the football. And and I'd probably go with Kirk. It's tough though, bro. It's tough.
Hey, Smitty, if life is like a box of chocolate, what is fantasy?
I'm lambed. Okay, Nick.
What's up, Smitty?
What's up, Nick?
Some tight end help. Do I start Evan Ingram, Dan Arnold, Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzomah, or
Nick, man, you're talking quiet, bro. I can't even hear you.
I need some tight end help. Do I start Evan Ingram, Dan Arnold, Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzomah,
Uzomah.
There's no that's it. Thank you. Appreciate it, Russ.
What'd you just say?
There's no that's it. Thank
Okay.
you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Just answered these on your video. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Nick, you sound like you passed out, bro. Appreciate you.
Smitty!
Munoz.
What's going on, brother?
What's up,
Hope
Munoz?
everything is well over there in the desert.
Yeah.
Yo. I'm about to get Nick Chubb tomorrow.
Did he stop talking?
And I'm trading away James Conner and Darrell Williams for him. Smitty approved?
I gotta hear that again.
and
Okay.
I'm about to get Nick Chubb tomorrow, and I'm trading away James Conner and Darrell Williams.
Yeah, that's a win. How are you getting that? How are you pulling that off? And will that get vetoed? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Tanner?
Hey, bro. I understand exactly where you're coming from. It's a league that I lost Tanyan, Derrick Henry, and Ridley all in the same week. And so looking to fill some spots. But I 100% get it and appreciate your help, man.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Smitty, what do you think about Kamara and Mike Williams for Aaron Jones, DK, and Robert Woods in full PPR? Thanks, bro. And Mike Williams for Aaron Jones, DK, and Robert Woods. And hey, Smitty,
Aaron Jones.
What do you think about Kamara
and Mike Williams. I probably go Kamara and Mike Williams, but Aaron Jones, DK, and Woods is pretty close. Pretty close. Double A, just saw your message. Haha, you're having trouble with accessing Sleeper U content? Noel, thank you for letting me know that. Hold on, let me go look. Where's Double A? No, I think Double A is just saying he's trying to give me his phone number. Nick says, I don't understand how you all be outraged by someone proposing CMC as a running back one. I don't know, Nick. You're not getting the point. No one's outraged by it. It's just your hardline stance for it. It doesn't. It's not. It's the approach, bro. It's the approach. It's kind of like saying, like, bro, I like Joe Burrow, okay, but me saying Joe Burrow is number 2 next year, let's say. I'm not saying he is. I'm just using an example. And if I'm like, Joe Burrow's the number 2, by far, clearly, how could you not see that? That's the stance you're taking with a guy that everyone's worried about, bro. Worried about. It's not that he can't do it. That's the problem, is I don't think you're hearing me. I'm saying there's a possibility. I'm trying to give you your stance validity. But it's very understandable why the world's ready to move on and say we'll take him at the right price, but he's not the 1.1 anymore. Trade it away, and if he finishes on a tear, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it because I feel like we're going in a circle, Nick. We're just going in a complete circle. The last thing I'll say is that he's got to finish on a tear, and even then, he won't be the consensus. He'll be divided. He'll be sharing the top spot by a lot of different divides. JT, Najee, some might even still like Cook or Kamara. A smaller percentage will. And then it'll be CMC. If CMC goes on IR, bro, after 2 weeks of playing, then what? Then what? Come back. I want you to come back and let us know what you think then. Because it seems like a higher likelihood that Christian McCaffrey won't be able to stay on the field the rest of the year than there is him finishing the whole year on the terror. Traded away JJ and Higgins for Eckler, win or loss. Already got to that one, and I said that was an even Steven type of trade. D Hopkins, I'm sorry, WRM, it took me so long to see this one. D Hopkins, Hawkinson for Kelsey and Devontae Smith. Give me D Hop and Hawkinson over Kelsey and Devontae Smith, because I think Hopkins will be out this week, but I still would have really much rather have the duo, the double. Double A, in my number one pick, availability is his number one. Wait, what? Availability is his number one ability. There you go. Smitty, you still have to get to Riff Super Chat. Okay, I'm sorry, Riff. I'm sorry, Riff. Double A, thank you for the Super Chat. WRM, thank you for the Super Chat. NPR, thank you for the Super Chat. Hall of J Game, nice to see you here, pal. Zinski, Derek, thank you for those Super Chats. Did I really miss the Super Chat way up here? Sprite. Nick said, thank you, Nick, for that Super Chat to debate. I appreciate it. It was a good debate. I appreciate you. I don't dislike you in any way, shape, or form. I hope you don't take that way. It was more about just such a hard line stance that I think is flexible. I'm not seeing the super chat that I missed. Zinsky, Lee, Jordan, Blackbeard. How do some of you guys know about a super chat 18 super chats ago? Like, it's crazy how some of you see it. I'm 2-6 and I need a win. 2-6. I have Chubb. Oh, did I miss this one? I need to win this week. I have Chuba, CMC, Tony, Javonte, Dylan, and I need 3 of them. Oh, no, I already answered that one. I said, if CMC's a go, you got to play him. Rock out. Thank you for the super chat. Rock out. Derek Zinsky. Rock out. I don't see one. Joey. Bernard. Jack overcome. Rock out. Derek. I went all the way back, bro. Can somebody post what his super chat was? I don't see it. Riff, what was it? Can you post your question, Riff? And I'll look for your avatar and I'll make sure I answer it real quick. Just repost it if you could. Smitty, it's the most recent one. It's not showing up for me, though. I don't know why. I don't see it, Riff. Riff, I don't see it. I'll definitely be checking back in to talk CMC with you later. I'm sure you will. I appreciate you. P.S. CMC running back 1. Running back 1. Riff, I don't see it. It's not showing up for me. So please repost it, and I will answer it right away. It's just I don't know why I don't see it. Judy or Sutton, who is the alpha? Judy. Eventually, Judy. It's just he's got to stay healthy. Choose flex Damian Harris or Gesicki. Damian Harris. Pick 2 Van. Pick 2 Van or Advance Smith. Devonta Smith, you mean? I'm gonna go Van. I don't know what the answer. I don't know how to answer this. Pick wide receiver. Oh, pick a wide receiver 2, Van or Devonta Smith. I think is what you're trying to say. I would pick Van Jefferson. I think Van Jefferson's a good guy to grab and play this week. He's a good plug and play. Pick 1, Javonte, Gore. I believe that's Mike Davis or Dylan. I'm going to go Javonte over Gore, and I'm going to go Dylan over Mike Davis, if that's Mike Davis. Riff, thank you, AA. Riff super chat was choose a flex, Damian Harris or Gesicki. Pick wide receiver. Oh. That was Ronald's. Okay, Ronald posted that too then. Okay, good. Or they quit football. Jefferson. My road receivers are hurt or on a bye, or they quit football. Okay. Yeah, Damian Harris over Gesicki. I love Damian Harris right now. I would sell him high if the price is right, and I like Van Jefferson. Riff, if that answered, hopefully that answered your question. Choose wide receiver 2, Advanced Smith or Van Jefferson. You can't. The way you wrote it's funny though. I don't know about this Advanced Smith character. Appreciate you, Doc. Pick 1 to play. Edwards, Kirk, Van Jefferson, Boyd, Renfro. Give me Van Jefferson or Kirk. WRM with the master super chat. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. Possible 2 trades for a 2 QB, 2 flex league. Hopkins and Hawkinson for Kelsey and Devonta Smith. Hopkins and Hawkinson for Kelsey and Devonta Smith. Also Tua, AJB, and Najee for Tannehill, Kamara, and JJ or Thielen. JJ over Thielen, let's hope. Kamara, JJ, and Tannehill for Tua, AJ Brown, and Najee. These are very close, bro. These are very, very close. I'm going to go ahead and say that I still like the Hopkins and Hawkinson side over Kelsey. But it's arguable. It definitely is. I just feel like Hawkinson's playing good enough football that you can afford the downgrade to get Hopkins once he's healthy. But that's me. I don't blame anybody for taking Kelsey, but I think I'd rather have Hopkins than Hawkinson. If you need now production and you can't afford to wait on Hopkins, then I suppose the Kelsey side does win out if that each win is like critical for you and you can't wait. Hold on one second. All right, sorry. I had to take that call real quick. So I'm going to say Tua. This one's tough. And also Tua, A.J. Brown, Najee. So A.J. Brown and Najee. Kamara and J.J. What do you guys think? Can I get some help from the chat? This one's tough. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer let's start with the Hopkins and Hawkinson or Kelsey side, and let's vote on that. We need to give this man some love on this one. Thank you, Riff. You're the best, pal. Sorry it took me so long to find it. I just didn't see your super chat for whatever reason. It got held up. I don't know why. It didn't come into my screen at all. Traded Aaron Jones and Sutton for Cook. Smitty approved. Yeah, I take Cook. Hopefully you got Madison though, but I do like that trade. This one right here, guys, what are we doing here? Are we taking Hopkins and Hawkinson, or are we taking Kelsey? We got a Hopkins and Hawkinson. We've got one vote for Kelsey. We've got we're waiting for more votes to come in. Kelsey or Hopkins and Hawkinson. We got another Hopkins and Hawkinson vote. Hey, Spitty, hope the Jones fracture is healing up. Yeah, I thought I did a Jones fracture, trying to show a Jones fracture. I hit my toe on a cement wall when I was trying to show my foot. I took my foot out of my shoe, tried to put it up on a cement block last night when I was doing a live here on YouTube, and I hit my toe right at the Jones fracture point. It's sore. I almost gave my Jones fracture trying to explain it. Kamara and JJ. Hopkins and Hopkins. Kelsey side, Hopkins and Hawkinson. Hawkinson and Hopkins. Hawkinson and Hopkins. I'd keep Hopkins. Hopkins and Hawkinson. I think that side wins. I think everyone agrees on the Hopkins and Hawkinson. Okay, now let's vote on this other one. Do we want the Kamara side, where it's Kamara and JJ? Or do we want the Najee and A.J. Brown side, and know that the quarterback with Najee's Tua, the quarterback with Kamara is Tannehill? Those quarterbacks are very similar. I don't love either of them for the future. So it's Kamara and JJ, or it's Najee and A.J. Brown. I don't know which side I like, because I like JJ more than A.J. Brown. I'm worried a little bit about A.J. Brown's health, but I like Najee better than Kamara for the long term. I think Najee's arguably the 1.1 or 1.2 or 1.3 in Dynasty, whereas Kamara is going to fall probably to the 4, 5, 6, I imagine, unless he finishes on an absolute tear. Kamara and Jefferson, Najee and A.J. Brown. Najee, Kamara and Jefferson, Najee. It's very close. I'd go A.J. Brown and Najee, no question, says Ronald. No, I didn't get the Jones fracture, but I did hit it hard. It's a little sore, but I don't think I broke anything. I'd go A.J. Brown and Najee. I'd go AK and JJ, says Garrett. Kamara and JJ. Wow, it's tied. It's tied. I guess I'm the tiebreaker. WRM, I don't think you can go really wrong here, but if this is a long-term Dynasty league, then I'm going to go with the Najee side. If you're worried about this just this year, then I'm going to go Kamara side with JJ. There you go. There you go. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you, WRM. Appreciate you. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate you, Doc. And again, I'm going Van Jefferson, I believe. Kirk is interesting if Hopkins is out, but then if Hopkins is out and Kyler's out, then maybe Kirk isn't as interesting. Let's go back to the voice messages one more time. And let's see. Tanner.
And Mike Williams for...
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Smitty, what do you think about Kamara and Mike Williams for Aaron...
Oh, yeah, I already
Aaron
answered
Jones,
that one.
DK.
I answered that one. I like the Kamara side for... That's tough. Smitty, get this on the chat. Here we go.
Smitty.
Vito.
I was offered Aaron Jones and DJ Moore for my CMC and Keenan Allen. What do you think? Thanks, broski.
Aaron Jones.
Smitty. I was offered Aaron Jones and DJ Moore for my CMC and Keenan Allen. What do you think? Thanks, broski.
What do you guys think on that one? My initial reaction is that DJ Moore and Keenan Allen are very close. You could argue either side. I'm not going to tell anybody to take a lap on either side of that, like wide receiver for wide receiver swap. I just feel like you should be getting two players for CMC. His value is higher than that, although, people are getting a little nervous about his status, but I think he's trending in the direction of being limited. So maybe his value is going to go back up, but I kind of feel like you should be getting Aaron Jones and DJ Moore straight up for CMC. That's kind of the whole trade value. You know what I mean? Like if you're giving up Keenan Allen, then you're getting rid of that advantage you're getting by trading CMC for two players. Like you're doing a 2 for 2. So I'm going to tell you to get more. I'm going to tell you to give up less. Okay, hey Smitty, start Judy or Emmanuel Sanders at flex. I'm going to say Emmanuel Sanders is a bit safer. You have Diggs and A.J. Brown also. Nice work, pal. I'd get away from DJ Moore if I could, says Double A. Trying to trade CMC. Should I take Adams and Swift for CMC and DJ Moore? Again, this is where you guys can't. You got to stand firm and get two players for Christian McCaffrey. You can't be throwing back a player and making it an even swap. You got to get two players. He deserves two players. Jones and Moore side, says Brandon, but I don't want him giving up an additional player. Kamara is top 3, says Zach. So for redraft, yeah, I agree with that. JJ is the wide receiver 1. I can get behind that for Dynasty, and I think you could still argue that in Cup and Hill, and I'm okay with anybody arguing any one of those three as the top guy. LeBron's says, which side? CMC, Gibson, Goddard for Patterson, Eckler, and Pitts. This may not get accepted, so if I change Goddard to Hawkinson, is still worth it. CMC, Gibson, and Goddard for Patterson, Eckler, and Pitts. I'd rather have... it's not as easy to break this trade down as you'd think it would be at first glance, because what if Gibson turns it around? What if Goddard does what? I like the way Patterson's playing right now. Eckler, you could argue Eckler in a sense is worth trading for if you have Christian McCaffrey, and you're getting Pitts too. I like the Eckler, Pitts, and Patterson side more than the CMC side, because not only is he limited, but he's got a bye week coming up. Eckler's bye free. Pitts is also free, and so is Cordero Patterson. Every single player you're getting already had their bye, and you're giving up a player in Christian McCaffrey who's going to be limited at best this week. Who knows what the next week will hold? And then you got to have him stay healthy, and then he's got a bye week. Very easy call for me in the end, but it is one of those ones you got to step back and break down. I like it. Dynasty wide receiver 1, you go Chase. I wouldn't disagree with that either. I'm just saying I wouldn't disagree with anybody. If someone wanted Kupp as the number one 2022 wide receiver, I'm okay with it. If somebody wanted Jamar Chase as the number one, very, very much makes sense. If someone wants Jamar Chase, I'm behind that too. Someone could say I like Tyreek Hill because he's going to play 2.5 more elite years, and that's enough for me. He's my 1.1 wide receiver, Smitty, or my number one wide receiver in 2022, and maybe even beyond. I could get behind all of that, you know, in terms of supporting someone's decision and saying I like this, you know, player, you know, that much. I understand that, and I appreciate all those takes. Who's my number one wide receiver dynasty? It's probably Jamar Chase. I've Jefferson and Chase 1 and 2. You know, I could go back and forth. I know a lot of people want Kupp to be there, but he's just not for me in dynasty. Let's see here. You know, I have my intern, media, and maybe we'll send him this link and see if we can get him. Let's see here. We'll maybe get media here in the corner. JT, the 1.1. I mean, it's between JT and Najee Harris right now for the 1.1 in 2022. And as I said, as I tried to tell Nick, but Nick, you know, and again, I appreciate Nick. I appreciate Nick's super chat. I appreciate Nick's conversation. I'm not negative on Nick at all. You know, it's fun to have debates with people, but it depends on how CMC finishes the year. If he's going to be in that debate, he most certainly could be. He most certainly could be in the topic of the 1.1 next year. But if he fully has to finish on a tear, he fully has to be the man, the myth, the legend that he's been in the past. And like I tried to explain to Nick, that's still possible. It's very possible. This is from Sam.
Yo, what's up, Smitty?
What's up, Sam?
Superflex question. Who would you start? Justin Fields, Chase Edmonds. I got Kittle, A.J. Dillon, and I got CMC and Chuba on my bench.
I mean, if CMC's playing, it's hard to not play him even limited, bro. But Edmonds is a pretty safe alternative if he looks like he's literally not going to play at all or he'll play very little. But, you know, CMC, if he's starting at all or playing even half the time, you got to put him in there. Is Mitchell safe in the 49ers backfield, or should I try and trade him? I mean, he's got some risk to his name, bro, because you're talking about Kyle Shanahan. You're talking about Zach Wilson coming back, who he trusts tremendously. You're talking about a guy that's currently banged up in Eli Mitchell, and he's a rookie. Will he hit a little rookie wall and then just relinquish his job to Zach Wilson and then just live in a committee? It's possible. So the question is, what can you trade him for? Can you get a Diggs? Can you get a DK? Can you get Justin Jefferson? Can you get, even if you give up a little more, like a Brandon Cooks, can you get one of those wide receivers? Can you give up Cooks and Mitchell and get Tyreek Hill? Can you get Jefferson straight up? Can you get Diggs straight up? Can you get Darrell Henderson and just be okay with that kind of almost even swap in terms of a lot of people's opinions about these guys? But I like Henderson a little more. Both of them have a little bit of injury risk. Let's see. Did Mark want me to call him? I forgot. Mark, are you awake? I'm sorry, Mark. You're probably sleeping. I hope I didn't wake you up. Mark, if you want to call into the show, or I'll call you. You call me. Okay. Noel, I see your message here. I gotta see this. Noel, like Christmas. Okay. Thanks, Noel. So I got Noel on the text line. I got Noel on the lifetime membership. got double A. Double A, let me see if I can get you on the text line right now as well. Trouble accessing all the content on the website. Okay, so let me figure that out. Noel, I'll get you squared away right after the show in terms of the content. I'm not sure if there's a hiccup going on the handshake between the purchase and igniting your subscription. So I will have that fixed in no time. Double A, send me that number right now. Reply to that message if you could. Herbert or Hertz. And if anybody else wants to get a lifetime membership to sleeperu.com, which is right behind my head, right here, sleeperu.com. If you get a lifetime membership, you get a draft call as well. iSong says Patterson and Keenan Allen, same tier. Yeah, I'd say they're in the same tier. Sure. You could argue both of those pretty easily. McGrady says, someone dropped Hurts in my league. Is he worth burning a waiver wire pick on him? Depends on your backup quarterback. If he could maybe save you if something were to happen, or if you've got shaky quarterback situations going on, then definitely I would look to grab him. But it does depend on who you have. You know, if you've got Josh Allen and your backup quarterback is, somebody solid, then I don't know. I don't think I'd burn anything on him, but I'd still maybe pick him up. But thoughts on Dalvin Cook and Derek Carr rest of season? Talk about two extremely different players. Dalvin Cook, as long as you got Madison, that's a top 1 to 5 running back. But you gotta have Madison. I worry about Cook getting banged up, and there's people that are DMing me left and right. Is it time to drop Madison? Why? What has changed? He still holds win a league value if he gets in there. Madison's gold. Just because he's been used already doesn't mean his ticket's stamped. He's never going back into the lineup. So I still like that duo. Derek Carr, I'm not sold on. In fantasy, like Superflex, sure. I'm starting him in a Superflex. But is he a top 10, top 12 fantasy football quarterback? Not in my mind. And I'm not starting him on any level in fantasy. I'm just not. I've got better options than that. I set myself up, and I always do, with better quarterback options than that. I'm what they call a middle round. I'm not an early round QB. There's no early round QB for me. It's middle round QB to me. But a lot of people call my drafting style of quarterback early round quarterback because I take care of my quarterback position early on. I'm a big advocate of owning Josh Allen, and he was my number one quarterback, and I think he's going to carry people down the stretch. I love Josh Allen. The guy could have those 5 TD games, and I think we're going to maybe see that coming up here. We're going to see a Josh Allen go on a little tear down the stretch here. I think people that have been on a little bit of a roller coaster ride are going to be pretty pleased with the way Josh Allen finishes his 2021 campaign. Would you rather carry Madison or Dillon? I love both. I honestly, Sonny, I can't decide. I need both. I figure out a way to own both. I make a trade so that I could hold both of them. I'm not cutting either one of those guys. I just can't. Double A, yeah, 100% agree. Doesn't having Debo and Knox sound better than Deontay and TJ? Interesting conversation you guys got going there that I feel a little bit left out on. All right, I think I'm done for the night. That's a 2-hour show. 157 of you in here. Please punch the thumbs up on the way in. Ask me if I missed answering a question, or you want to ask me another one. Drop a question in the comments as soon as this video is over, and I will get to it. Okay, so ask me a question. I'm going to end the video now. It's going to be live as a replay video, and 0 comments will be there. So not this live chat, the comments. I get to every question within the top 12, the first 24 to 48 hours. So ask me a question. There are 157 of you in here. There should be 157 questions that I need to answer after this video ends. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to take care of Double A and Noel, who purchased memberships, make sure they're taken care of, and we'll go from there. Double A, appreciate you. Noel, appreciate you. I appreciate all your guys' super chats today. Rock out as always. Overcome as always. I'm gonna try and LeBron's, thank you for the super chat. WRM as usual. Doc and iSong and trying to remember everybody. Double A. I'm trying to scroll through here too. WRM again. NPR, appreciate you. Derek Just, appreciate you. Zinski, of course, I appreciate you. I even appreciate Sprite and Nick. And I didn't mean to say it like that. I even appreciate Sprite. Sorry, Sprite. I even appreciate Nick. No, I didn't mean it like that either. Zinski, Nick, Sprite, KG Money in the house. Zinski again, Lee, Jordan, Blackbeard, Slayer, as usual. Rock out again. Atro, appreciate you, Atro. Brent Carter in the house. Rock out again. Derek Just again. Zinski again. Rock out again. Rhino, appreciate you, Rhino. Someone dropped Gibson. Should I drop? Okay, I just want to make sure I took care of that one. Rhino, music, soothing music. Appreciate your question about the Sanders and Judy. Joey, appreciate you, Joey. Media's calling too late. Media, next time, pal. Camara, Bernard, thank you, Bernard. Oh, what's this guy want? Look at this guy. Hold on. How do I... There he is. Can you just sit there silently while I'm in the... I mean, you're calling a little late. My intern just calls in late. Just sit there. Okay. Bernard, thank you, Bernard. Jack, appreciate you. Overcome. Rock out. Derek Just. Ryan. Sam. Master. Bernard. I think I've pretty much got everybody. Rangers, Garrett. Mark Cleveland. Matthew, Garrett, Rangers. Captain Spock. Of course, Captain Spock. Derek Just again. And that should be all of them. I don't know. Media, what are you doing? Where are you walking? He's not even... Media, where are you going? Can you hear me? I think we're on mute. Where's he going? Are you rolling around like a laptop or what's going on? No, what are you doing? Are you at the door, Media?
Yeah, I was just going into another room.
Okay, that was a big. Are you at home or are you at the dorm?
Dorm.
Okay, he's at the dorm. This is Media. This is RS. This is 49er Media on Instagram. I was gonna call you RSF Media. So real quickly, people are going to want to know, I might have Media on more often, but Media, tell us about what are the odds that, before we leave, what are the odds that that running back situation doesn't get cloudy?
I feel like right now it's kind of getting less and less by running back by like committee of like kind of splitting maybe, but I think that Mitchell's gonna continue to be the starter as long as he's healthy.
The problem I have with
unless something changes with like, you know, if let's say Sermon somehow starts to do better, then probably Sermon. But
the problem I have with Eli Mitchell is that Shanahan loves Jeff Wilson, and if Jeff Wilson ends up like, you know, filling in because Eli Mitchell can't go. You know how Shanahan is. If you're banged up at all and he wants to go with somebody, be like, he's out. Scratch him. That's my fear. Like, would you trade? I know you love, like, try and think fantasy and not be a homer and just be a 49er, you know, fan here.
I guess so.
What would you trade Mitchell for right now that make you feel comfortable? Would you trade him for AJ Brown straight up, even though AJ Brown's banged up?
I mean, it just depends what my other running backs, I guess, are like on the roster, right? Like, what else
but just
do I
in
have?
In general.
But in general, let's just assume. Ooh. That's a tough one.
Make a decision, Media.
No.
You're getting paid by the minute here.
No.
Oh wait, I'm not paying you.
No, I would not trade.
McLaurin.
No.
Okay, so Mitchell way over McLaurin, way over AJ Brown.
I wouldn't do it for McLaurin, but if it was McLaurin or AJ Brown, I would go with the AJ Brown.
Yeah. Okay. All right, media. Well, I'll have you on next time. Appreciate you coming on real quick. I've been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes, so I'm gonna wind it down. But I appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate everybody being here. Any final thoughts? Do you think that Kyler Murray's gonna sit out?
I mean, he's questionable, and so I think I think he'll play.
He's leaning. I think that the news is leaning more out than in. And there's a statement today by, I think was it Kingsbury, said it was, don't want to rush him, and there's more to think about than just this game. So I forget who said that, if it was Kingsbury or if it was offensive. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and go to Kyler Murray and give you the exact quote. It was Steve Keim. Sorry, it was the general manager. He said that you need to think about the big picture, and so that I wonder if that's just trying to be coy about it all, or if that's them saying, look, Kyler might sit. We need to think about the big picture here. We're 7-1. We're the best team in football. Best team in football, media. The Arizona Cardinals. So I'm feeling like it's leaning like 30% to 20% chance he's playing, and I feel even worse about Hopkins, who's got that different injury, which is the hamstring, and he goes out at warm-ups and he could pop that thing once, just not even knowing it. Like a hamstring injury, you don't know if it's really ready.
Because it could get worse, like if you pop something.
Yeah, whereas the ankle, it could get worse if it was hit a certain way or if he's got a certain kind of sprain. But for the most part, it's pain tolerance, and it's like if you want to get it healthy, you got to stay off it. But you could play on it. It's not going to be like the hamstring where literally if your hamstring pops, bro, like if you go out there and you burst and if Hopkins goes out there and goes cuts and it pops, you're done. Like, you can't play through that. You can play through an ankle potentially as long as it's not fractured or broken. It's pain. There could be swelling. You might be kind of, hit and miss each week doing it, but you could play. But a hamstring, you go out there and pop it, you're literally done for it could be 8 weeks. It could be the year if you just go out, especially if you've already torn it and you're coming back from it and you go out there too early and you just fire it off and you could be done for the year. So I feel like Hopkins will sit. What good is he if he's going out there halfway anyway? Yeah. So congratulations on maybe beating my Cardinals. A little bit unfair.
Hey, I mean, we have Debo hurt too with that calf, and
little unfair fight that you're picking on Sunday, pal. Like, way to go. Like you guys fighting us when we're down a couple men. Although
Come on, Snitty, that always happens to us too.
Yeah, but not as bad though. Like Kyler we don't have you. Like if Jimmy G's out, you guys are better off. You take Kyler off our squad, and what do we have, man?
I mean, that's true. Like, especially this season, like he's been a baller.
Yeah, he's good. I just like how your community, the Niner community, like literally give the Cardinals no respect. They're not the best team of football. Like, no respect whatsoever. Like the Cardinals are.
I respect them more than probably the Rams or Seahawks.
Rams looking good. Cardinals looking good. This division is tough. Seattle's gonna, they start winning games and get Russell Wilson back, and they could be pretty dangerous. This division's just crazy. If I'm looking up and down the divisions right now in the NFL, what I said about the Bengals and the Browns, I said the Browns could unravel and fall apart. I got ripped apart myself for that. And I said that this is the one division that I feel is more susceptible to a Bengals winning the division than any other, underdog situation. But looking at it, so you got Buffalo, New England, the Jets, Dolphins. New England's dangerous, and they're 4-4. They're only one game back, but Buffalo's got that. Buffalo's going to separate. Baltimore, Cincy, I think that's going to get close. I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to hang. I think there's too many things going wrong there. Cleveland looks like a mess. They're just this is a disaster there right now. And Baker ain't it, man. Baker's confidence is rattled. You got Tennessee 6-2, but not currently the best team in that division. Not without Derrick Henry. Completely changed dynamic. I'm kind of feeling like the Colts end up coming back and taking that division over. They're 4-5. The Titans are 6-2. Raiders 5-2. I don't think that's gonna last. I don't believe in this Raiders propped up. We're a division winning type of team. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. It's a good start. I commend them. A lot of chaos going on there. Give me a Chargers comeback or a Kansas City Chief comeback. I don't think the Denver Broncos will hang, but you're only one game back and you're the Chargers. Maybe you get Odell Beckham Jr. Chargers could be in that mix. The Chiefs, it's Chargers versus Chiefs. I think both those teams make the playoffs. I think it's going to be the Raiders that are out. And they're
I think even just also the Chargers and Chiefs, they might make the playoffs. That's just going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, they're both like the Chargers will get a wild card or the Chiefs will get a wild card spot. I don't think it's going to be I don't think the Raiders make the playoffs. And that sounds crazy to a lot of people, I'm sure, but they're only one game up. They're 5-2. The Chiefs are 4-4.
Especially if these other teams, like in the any division, just start heating up. Start winning a bunch.
And then we get on over to the NFC, and it's the Cowboys 6-1, the next best team.
Eagles. Nobody's taking that from them.
Eagles 3-5. I don't know, and I took a lot of heat for that one too. Cowboys defense sucks. Cowboys are winning this division, and it's not going to be close. It's not going to be close. Look, the Washington football team, too messy. They're not running the football the same. It's too messy. Giants, no chance. 2-6, no chance.
Oh God, I don't know.
Eagles don't have the organizational support to do anything consistent. So this is a Cowboys going to the. I would say Cowboys are gonna clinch really early on. Okay, so we got the Packers 7-1.
Nobody's taking that, and that's not.
Yeah, no one's picking off the Packers at 7-1. You got the Vikings who have a lot of upside, but they're going to be up and down. Bears aren't catching up at 3-5. Lions are 0-8, which is what. Who said they'd get 1 or 2 wins? Media. I did.
I thought they were going to already have a win. But...
Bucks 6-2. Saints 5-2, but they don't have.
Saints are going down now. No chance.
Yeah, I don't think they go down necessarily, but they fall back to the Bucks. Sure, yeah. Wild card potential. Yeah, but do they have a team that could even go multiple games deep in the playoffs? No. Not with that quarterback play. So I worry about that. Panthers 4-4. They feel very inconsistent as well. And CMC's got
I don't know what's up with the Panthers.
Yeah. Falcons 3-4. They're a mess, but they've been doing better than some people predicted. To be honest, 3-4 is actually not too shabby for them. Cardinals 7-1, Rams 7-1, Niners 3-4, Seahawks 3-5. So here's what I think happens here: Cardinals and Rams continue to battle it out, and this is going to be one of those crazy situations where one of these teams is the second best team in the entire conference, yet they're going to fight for a wild card spot. So give me the Rams in the wild card. You know what?
Well, even
give me the Cardinals in the wild card spot because of the injuries that we've got right now. But we get it all together. The Rams maybe win the division because the Cardinals could lose this week. I hope they don't, but without Kyler Murray, it's tough. So maybe they do end up fighting and winning that wild card spot. I don't think the Saints will beat the Cardinals out for it. I don't think the Vikings will. I don't think the Eagles will. It'll be the Seahawks trying to get it, but it will be the Cardinals or the Rams that get the wild card spot there. So I don't know. And there are two wild card spots, right?
I believe so, because I know that
this year,
literally, for example, the NFC West, everybody could make the playoffs.
There's two wild card spots. Is there 3 or 2? Somebody clarify that. The new rules on the wild card spots. What's up, Andy? What's up, Jeezy? What's up, Ronald? I'm still a little foggy on the wild card situation here. I'm foggy on everything, man. I can barely remember anything. 3 says Matt. Yeah, 3. So not everybody can make it, but three wild cards spots.
Well, I meant like.
Yeah, I suppose.
Basically. Yeah, like every because like if the Rams, because the Rams and Cardinals could fight it out.
Yeah, you're right. They could.
The second, and then whoever's the second.
Yeah, will they? Probably not, but yeah. Yeah. 3 wild card spots. Okay, so Cardinals are for sure. Cardinals and Rams are for sure in it, and that's why I think the Chargers and the Chiefs are 100% going to be in the playoffs. Thomas says, "Should I ask my question now or wait till the end?" Thomas, ask away, pal. Because I'm about to leave, so ask now, or forever hold your 1 day peace. Because I'll be live tomorrow at midnight Eastern. Media, you're more than welcome to join me.
See.
Okay, I'll wait 1 second for Thomas. Ask away, Thomas. Hey man, traded Patterson for Chase and McNichols. Think it's fair? No, Jamar Chase is way more valuable than Patterson right now, so I think you crushed it. Look for the veto police. They'll be on your tail. Thomas, hurry. Thomas.
Yeah, because Chase is the number 1 target in Cincinnati.
Cardinals, man.
Debo, man.
Double A Lions have 2 games. They have lost by 2. The rest are 8 or more. Says Double A. Ronald, if Debo sits, Ayuk. Yeah, do you think Debo's sitting?
I mean, Kyle Shanahan did say he's more concerned about the injury. He is questionable. I think what they're going to do is, and this is the same thing with Mitchell, is they're going to just see how they feel, when they wake up on Sunday to see if there's, any, if they feel any pain or anything. So I think it just depends on that.
Okay, I'm out of here. Ask your questions in the comments after I end the video, guys. Anybody that, if I missed your question, please ask in the comments. Thomas, I waited. Sorry if you're still typing it out, but copy it. Hit Control, select all, copy, and that way you don't have to type it again and paste it in the comments because I'm ending it and you're probably going to hit send right when I end it. Peace out, Media. I'll see you later, pal. Appreciate you. Everybody go give Media a follow at 49er Media. Singular on Instagram. I will see you all tomorrow midnight. Later.